What's good, everybody? Welcome back. We got another Friday of football with my guy Five Star. Always good to be on with you, bro. I know we was hanging out a lot. We hang out a lot all the time, but hanging out with you a lot this past weekend. But the show wasn't. So how everything been with you? Good to see you.
Hold on, Skee.
Oh, the chat rolling in. We're gonna get him back in 1 second. But appreciate y'all tapping in. We are gonna talk some football. I do have I do have a play that I'm gonna share with y'all that I like quite a bit. Uh, people waiting, man. Oh my god. Yeah, this is really honestly, this is really time for the chat for real. Because I'd already been talking to my guy, man. Like I said, I was hanging out with him over the weekend. Uh I done seen him since. He we done already had some conversations. The chat ready though. Casey ready. Baby girl ready. Jan Rock Kick says, damn, this the Lamar slander episode. Hey man, I don't know. Eh, I don't know why you would need to go put that ticket in again for real. If you've been here in the past and you've heard me talk, then you should already have known. So Steve says, Five Star about to come here feeling good. Slowick fired as Houston's offensive coordinator. There we go. I think we got him back. Let's see. You good? It's a little,
Skee, I can't see
I
you,
don't know if
man.
you
I
got me.
apologize. I don't know what's going on. We've been having these stuff going on and over in our area, and they haven't messed with that. I'm trying to go from back to live to Wi-Fi. Try different networks. I got two networks at the house.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's real bad. I don't know if you said you can't see me. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's like so choppy and blurry right now. So let me see. Bear with me 1 second. Let me send him this text real quick. All right, we'll see. We'll see if we can get that fixed up with Five Star. Let's take a look at some more of these comments, man. These comments. Jonte Burner says, been waiting for this all week. Hey, Miguel, I'm feeling good, man. I'm off of few winning days in a row. Football did me well last week. I'm feeling amazing right now, actually. KC not playing. KC said go to the car. Oh my god. Yeah, I love the chat, man. I really do love the chat. Oh my god. This really what it was. The chat had to come in because there was some people who already done learned their lesson, man. There was some people who didn't need to learn no lesson. So now everybody is ready. Everybody been waiting. He said it's a outage, and it has been. I've been getting text about stuff like that, so I know it's rolling around Vegas. But I love the chat, man. The chat funny. You look clear
Tell
right
him I seen
now.
that little weak ass comment. Ain't no damn two-star in the net in my house, boy. They working on the lines over here.
Hey, no, you
When
know
you
the
stay in
chat.
the mountains, you get a bad signal, man. I stay in the hills.
Hey,
I
we
stay
like
in
to
the
talk
hills,
shit over
brother.
here.
So yeah, so my phone, I have to use the phone without the Wi-Fi. Don't even work. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be on the Wi-Fi, or the phone won't even work. I can't even get a signal. What's up, my brother? What's up, Charles? I appreciate you, man.
In the chat. Hey, hold on, man. So first off, before I go back up to the chat, I gotta say, um, You had
Yeah, I'm gonna be messing with it as we go until we get the right little signal, bro. So I'm
no, you
listening to you.
good. You amazing right now. It sound perfect right now. But I
Yeah, I
was just
know,
gonna
man.
say
But it's like it's
when we was hanging and watching the games, I know you was cashing a lot of tickets. I saw you cashed the Houston ticket. Had to jank it out at the end, but you got it with the Houston plus, and then you got the kickers. I think you had both kickers to get the field goals, and that looked good. And then there was one sack prop I remember too. Uh, you was celebrating when he got a sack. He was like, "Who was it?" He was like, "Yes." So I know you had some good money on them props. So congrats on that. But the
man,
chat is
this shit
waiting for
is
you to show
horrible,
up for
man.
the
This
for the
shit pissing me
Ravens.
off.
He must not be able to hear
This shit
me.
pissing me off. They would be working on this shit right now.
Yeah, he must can't hear me, man. Uh I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown, all right? That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown because we've been here for 6 minutes. I know we still got some stuff to talk about. What up, Bryce? Good to see you, Bryce. Hope all is well with you, bro. Casey two turned up in the chat, man. Casey's Daniel says, let's continue to cash these tickets 5 star. It's always us first the machine. 100%. Jose says, too smart. Yeah, I'm so smart. That's what it was. uh yeah, I don't know. It ain't working. There we go. It logged them off. But anyway, we're gonna get into some of these games, man. I do have something to drop off for y'all. And we'll go to this game. And I'll let you guys know. I do have first of all, I do have a futures ticket. Um, I have a futures ticket.
Try it now, Skee. We good
Yeah, you
now?
good. You
I
good.
had to go to the phone, man. The damn laptop was tripping, man. They doing something to the Wi-Fi. So earlier when I was on doing my show, the regular one was working, but the 5G was off. But what I was trying to tell you guys is, why I stay Ski with it being mountains all around. If you're not on the Wi-Fi, nothing works. You can't pick up any signal. I can't even get on the phone, and talk to you if I'm not on Wi-Fi. So I apologize about that chat. And I saw that little crack, boy. No 2-star over here, no 2-star internet, boy. This business internet. I'm paying $400 a month for the internet, boy.
Hey, it's some shit coming in the chat. I'm just
Oh,
about
I
to roll
love
the
it. Let's go,
comments.
guys. It's
I'm about
all
to roll the
love, man. I
comments.
love that.
And I gave you credit too. 'Cause I don't know if you heard me. I gave you credit. You had a lot of winners when we was
What?
hanging out.
I didn't have nothing but winners,
Texans.
and I can live with the Ravens loss because if you watch the game, we got it. We can live with it because what I couldn't live with is if they would have got blew out. But what I can live with is we all watched the games. We've talked about this off air. What did Buffalo do in that game to show that they were a better team? The only reason they won is because they gave 4 points when Keon Coleman pushed off the defensive back in the first half. Like, let's act like we don't remember this, that it gave them 4 points. Because if not, they're going to kick a field goal, man. And what was the end of the score? What was the game score at the end? 27-25. If you're a true sports bettor and you truly invested in this game, you're watching every play. You know that all of these plays equal to the sum at the end, what's on the final scoreboard. So I'm not mad at myself. I always say bad break, bad beat, bad handicap. That was just a bad beat. They had a bad break with Mark Andrews dropping a ball. You know what I'm saying? That was in the end zone, bro. Okay, let's say Lamar did turn over the ball. The first interception Skee that he threw was not his fault. If you watch the film, the receiver ran the wrong route. He read one-on-one coverage and was going to throw a back shoulder to Rashard Bateman. Rashard Bateman cut the route off. So it looks bad if you just watch it, if you don't watch film and know that it's an option route. So it looks like he just stepped back, just here, catch, throw it to the safety. Nah, it wasn't like that. It just was a misread between him and the receiver. The second, the fumble was Lamar's fault, Skee, because even though it was a horrible snap by the center, he tried to do too much after that. And that's why he fumbled the ball. So I put that one on him. But besides that, man, stop it, Casey. You don't know football. Stop it. Stop it, man. Just follow our bets, Casey. After the second half, they overcame those turnovers, right? and they were in
Oh.
position to win the game. They scored the touchdown. It's a 2-point conversion. What are you supposed to do if you throw the ball like I'm throwing it to my 5-year-old son? Lamar didn't trust him. He knew Andrews was about to screw it up. He knew he was working. He threw the ball to him so soft, hit him in the bread basket, he drops it. Now, I'm not going to say that Josh Allen doesn't drive down and kick a field goal and win the game. We don't know what would have happened after that because it was probably 30 seconds left in the game. But I could live with that loss, bro. Like, I don't feel bad. Now, if you guys would have mowed me, if Buffalo would have just came out and beat their ass like they did the first half, the whole game, then I would have been like, wrong side. You know, I got you, KC. But Lamar didn't blow that game, and you got to stop doing that. You going back to media with that bullshit narrative when you watch that game and say, Lamar, like football is outside in the snow. You're going to have mistakes. Turnovers are going to happen. But at the end of the day, he overcame all of that and put them in position to win. So you can't put that on Lamar. Mark Andrews lost that game.
Damn, where the other comment go? There's been some good comments here, and Casey go. You know why
I
she's
love
here,
this
man.
group chat right here. This is my squad. Casey, my girl, she love me talking this. You know, like I gotta be quick with my snaps, man. I'm from the South, man. You gotta be ready to crack where I grew up at. So I gotta be quick. I'm just having fun with y'all, man.
My guy Dia says he really not wrong, but the
But
ticket
I'm
is the
not. If you
ticket.
watch the game, yeah, but the ticket. Whoever wins, won. Just like, for instance, I cashed the Texas plus 9.5. There's probably people in the chat who laid Kansas City. Me and Skee were at the dice table in Farm Blue. We cashed because guess what? The boy ran out the back of the end zone for us. So it goes both ways. The money spends the same. So I agree with you saying, but what I'm saying is me, with my system of 20 years of doing this, I run my system, and at the end of the game, I say, bad beat, bad break, bad handicap on every game. That was not a bad handicap at all on the Ravens game. They just lost the game. You can't find out anything statistically that the Bills did that showed that they were the better team or that they should have won the game. They just won the game. Just simple as that. I mean, Josh Allen threw for 130 yards.
Yeah, I'll say I agree with one thing you said, and I disagree with one thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I agree with one thing, but yeah, I agree with majority of what you're saying, and I disagree with one. One is I'm gonna disagree with is, or I'm gonna say what I agree. I agree. I'm not watching film. I'm
Right.
not. I'm just looking at him giving the ball away when he threw the interception. So I'll give you that. But I still think it's Lamar's fault too. Is it Mark Andrews' fault? Yes. He shouldn't have fumbled. He should have caught the ball at the end. But we can't just say Lamar played a perfect game. I mean, he also gave the ball up with the fumble. So what did Josh Allen do? Josh Allen didn't turn the ball over, and they got a lead and just played conservative. So I do think it's still Lamar's fault. Is it all Lamar's fault? Absolutely not. Could they still have won? Yes, they could if Mark Andrews, did what he's supposed to do. So I absolutely agree. It's more
Was
Mark
it
Andrews'
Lamar
fault.
fault Derrick Henry dropped a touchdown pass? I mean, what can he do? You gonna throw the ball to yourself?
Well, I'll say this. Part of my handicap was you can't trust nobody to catch the ball on the Ravens. That's what I
Gotcha.
was saying.
Okay. Now that makes sense. But this isn't one of those normal. It's a bit, we done faded Lamar for a lot of years together, Skee. This was one of the years I felt like he turned the corner, and I think this playoff game showed it. I think he played good. Like, that was so clutch the way he played in the second half, bro. He made some great plays. That throw to Likely was unbelievable how he bought time, and then just to throw a strike in the snow like that in the biggest play of the game. I think he played really well, man. But of course he's going to get that narrative. But Mark Andrews is working, bro. Like, we already know what it is. And I told him he got to learn how to speak Texans because I think he'll be in Houston next year. I think that he cannot come back in that locker room. I doubt that the Ravens welcome him back after something like that. But I enjoy talking to you guys in the chat. The guys who cashed the Ravens, good job, by you guys. I mean, the Bills, pardon me, good job by you. We didn't cash the Ravens, but I don't feel bad about the play at all.
All right. So chat, we had our little fun a little bit, man. Let's get to see how
This
we
my
can make.
squad over here. This my guys over here. They fun.
Let's see if we can make some money. We got
Yep.
a couple games and 2 games to be specific. Yeah, a couple. Commanders and Eagles. We'll go there first.
Okay.
Washington opened as a 5-point dog. They're now. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I should say Philly as a 5-point favorite. Now they're 6 or 6.5, depending where you shop. Total hasn't really moved too much. Open 48, looking like 47.5 right now. Man, I just I'll say like this, bro. Jaden Daniels has been he at every stop, he's shown that he's that guy. Like he's more than capable. But is it some point like he's just gonna look like a rookie? I mean, this Eagle defense is really good. Do you think that the Eagles can blow him out in this game, or how are you looking at it?
You guys make sure you tune in to the Wagering World. It'll probably be up about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I interviewed Sean King, who was one of the 6 quarterbacks besides Jaden Daniels to play in a championship game, in a conference championship game. And we talked about it, man. It's very hard for a rookie to get there because even with him, he has the famous Bertie Manuel play where they threw a pass that would have set them up to win that game against the Rams, and the refs took it away from him because it was almost like it ain't your turn, you know? And I think that Jay Daniels is going to face a lot of that too with the Eagles. As you see, the market is heavy on Washington now. Everyone's leaning them. And me, I'm going to personally probably just use this game to do a teaser, probably tease the two teams together that I like, and that'll probably be the Commanders, raising them up to 12, and I'd probably take the Chiefs to like +6 and just put them together because it's too tight right now, man. I feel like the weather is the whole key to this game. If we got a lot of wind, it's gusty, it's cold, it's snowing, and then Commanders don't have much of a chance, man, because they're more of an indoor team. As you saw against the Lions, how well they look. Like Cliff Kingsbury can draw it up. Jay can get it done. McLaurin, he's a great receiver. They got great scheme. They're going to put up points, but now does the elements slow them down because we know that Philadelphia is much more equipped for those elements. And then how do they stop the run? The Commanders are horrible against the run. Like, that's their weakness. I do trust Dan Quinn to come up with some, but they haven't slowed down uh, Barkley in the two matchups. He had 4 touchdowns against them, 2 touchdowns each game. He had 150 yards in, I think, the first one and 146 in the second one. So they haven't showed that they could slow him down. So that's the thing that troubles me about this game. And then a lot of people don't know that the Eagles, well, Saquon Barkley leads the league in yards before contact. So when he gets the ball, he's going 5-6 yards before he's even getting touched because that line is mowing people so much for the Eagles. And guess who's the worst team defensively? The Commanders. They have the most yards allowed before contact. So that's a big stat, man, within the game. I just think that the Eagles take control early running the ball. And I think that the Commanders kind of fight back at the end. I think it lands right around the number, so I won't be playing it without teasing up. I think it also lands right around the total, so I won't play it unless I tease it down. So it's just a different approach with that. But as I said, I'll probably play that together with the Chiefs. I don't have a straight side play on this one. I do think that either the Eagles cover or the Commanders win money line. I don't think that it falls where the Commanders cover the game.
That's how I'm feeling. Especially, I was thinking the Eagles because what you said, they should be able to run all over the Commanders. I mean, didn't Gibbs just have how many yards versus them? He was going crazy, right? So
Right.
Saquon, you named his couple games versus them. I could see a third game just like that.
But
And
his total 127. That's high as hell for a rushing yard. They telling you he about to go crazy.
yeah, so I think the Eagles could win this game by more than a touchdown.
Yeah.
Um, as much as I like Jaden Daniels, I think he might make a mistake against this defense in a big game like this. So I really probably would get there with the Eagles. Um, Good stuff on that.
I
We're gonna
like the
move it over.
over on longest rush by Saquon Barkley. Man, he's been popping runs left and right. Remember, I just told you about the Commanders struggle with getting contact early. So he'll get
Right.
free, get on the safety and make a miss, and he might go for 50. So it's only 20, I think 22 and a half or 23 yards. Look at that on the over for Saquon's longest rush.
Yeah, definitely a Saquon game. That's definitely a good look. Um, yeah, we'll go over to Bills and Chiefs now. And this one did open as a pick 'em. Now it looks like Chiefs -1.5 or -2, depending where you shop. Total, not much movement. Um, the Bills, man, I like Josh Allen. I think he's made improvements too, and I just don't know if he has enough help around him to really win this game. The Chiefs look, I mean, they loaded, man. And only thing I'll say is, I'm curious what you think about this. You putting any stock into everybody saying the refs helping the Chiefs? You think maybe now they won't help them, they'll help the Bills, or how are you viewing this game?
Well, we got the two NFL brats. Josh Allen is loved by the refs. Mahomes is loved by the refs. The only difference is I think that the Chiefs' whole organization is much more respected by the referees, the Hunt family, is than the Pagulia family and the Bills. They're kind of like that isolated own little world, and they've always been the lovable losers. And I think they continue that role this year. Like as you just said, he don't have much around him, man, at all. And they played over their head just off of Josh Allen being a really good player and also having a really super phenomenal year out there running back James Cook, who doesn't get a lot of love. He had the most uh, rushing touchdowns along with Derrick Henry in the whole NFL, but no one looks at it that way because the only thing people pay attention to is Josh Allen. But me and you have talked about this. The best thing that Joe Brady did over there was he made it where the offense surrounded around the running game, and they played off the running game with Allen and let him do more design runs and more safe throws to the tight end and more play action instead of just dropping back with four wide and letting them wing it that they did for many years, and he turned the ball over a lot. James Cook has really made Josh Allen a better player. So I think that they'll lean into him, but the problem is how are they going to run the ball on this Kansas City defense? I don't see them being able to just overpower Chris Jones and run it up the gut at him. So now you're back to Josh Allen having to play hero ball for you guys to put up points because we know that Mahomes and those guys are going to move the ball. This is a perfect betting situation for guys like us, Skee. You got all the publics against the Chiefs. It's Chief fatigue. They hate KC. They're disrespecting them. They're saying the refs cheating, the only reason that they're winning. And last week, for instance, I'm a diehard Texas fan. Horrible calls they had, but I don't think those calls affected the end result of the game. It was where those calls were going to make it where the Texans won the game. I just think the cover always was in jeopardy. And the Texans really blew that too when they got the field goal block. Like people don't talk about the little things the Chiefs do. Andy Reid has always had great special teams. They probably blocked more kicks this season than any other team in the league, but they'll say it was fixed. Like when they beat the Broncos, they blocked the kick to win that game. They blocked the kick to keep the cover, but Andy Reid decided to run it out the back of the end zone because he's a company guy and he had to make sure he set up this week perfectly. So this week we're gonna see the best version of the Chiefs. I really don't think this game is gonna be that close, bro. I think this is gonna be a much different game than we've seen in the past between these two teams because just like what you said, Buffalo has played over the head all year. They aren't that talented, man. The Ravens were much more talented than them last week. Their home field advantage, their guts, they pulled it out, and a horrible call by the ref that helped them a lot in that game, and a horrible job by the Ravens completing, the process of the comeback by being big in moments that they needed to be. The Chiefs are always big in those type of moments, So Kelsey's not dropping that, So I just think that this is the perfect storm for bettors like us to unload on Kansas City. Like the market is all on Buffalo. Every show they picking them they don't have a reason. They just pick them because they're tired of the Chiefs.
Just
They're
dry
like,
picking them.
yeah, bro, they're the most disrespected team that's won back-to-back Super Bowls in the history of sports. Like nobody cares about them. Beginning of the year, remember we talked on like the first show that Mahomes was going to be on a mission this year to three-peat because that's the one thing Brady hasn't done. That puts him in GOAT talk because Brady never did that. He did a lot of stuff, but he didn't win three straight. So that team is on a mission, and with the market looking the way it is, we love this Skee because now we get the real Mahomes. So he probably going stupid. If it stay like it is right now, this game ain't going to be close. Mahomes going stupid, So I just hope we don't get a last minute shift in the market, which we see sometimes. If things stay the same way it is now, the biggest bet of the NFL season for me is the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs get it done in this one as well. I will say if you like Buffalo, or even if you don't like Buffalo, I think you should be betting on Josh Allen just some way. Like if they're gonna have any chance, it's gonna be him doing everything.
Yeah.
And I would prefer something with rushing, whether it's yards or carries. I think carries is what I'll go with there. He's had 10 plus carries 6 out of 8 times versus Kansas City. And we know if they bring in some pressure, if Chris Jones getting back there, he gonna take off. He gonna have to
Yeah.
take off a lot in this game. Just trying to get first downs. they'll have design runs for him. They if it's short yardage, they'll run with him too. I just see a lot of ways for him to have 10 plus carries again, especially in the playoff game. So I like
On a
Josh
prop
Allen over nine and
aspect
a
too,
half
Skee.
carries.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. On a prop aspect too, I like Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions. He averages about 5.5 a game. He had 6 the last 2 playoff games, and also he had 8 the last time KC played. Now that can go 2 ways for us. It can be where now uh, Spagnolia over schemes to stop him, and they put a double team on him and allow Trent McDuffie to follow Keon Coleman, which we saw them do against Nico Collins last week, which was kind of hard for CJ to get the really smart by Spagnolia. He put 2 of his lesser guys on their best receiver, and then he put his best guy on their weakest receiver. And they might do that. That way it shuts down one side of the field completely. If they shadow Shakir from the last game that he had against them, then he won't get to that number. He'll be right at it. We'd have to go for maybe a blowout by Kansas City, and at the end they're just throwing. But the numbers show and the system shows that he should get 4 catches. So I'm gonna go with Shakir for +4 on catches. I think it's at like -180. If you go to the 4.5, it goes to -150. I think he lands like right on the 4. So I take the +4 if you have that option on receptions. And I also like DeAndre Hopkins to go to 3 receptions because he had no receptions last week against his old team. He wanted to get some shine against the Texans, and they shut him down and made him look old. So I'm sure he was in Mahomes' ear all this week about, man, I didn't get any looks. Come on, look at me. You got to look my way a little bit, Pat. And we know that he's never been in these situations before. This is Luke Hopkins' first time playing in an AFC Championship game. He's a big-time receiver. This is his chance to go to the Super Bowl. I think we have a good showing by him. So I think he does have at least 3 receptions.
Good stuff on them props. And you did some good work with the props in the last round. So make sure y'all take a note. And that's it, man. Quick,
Yeah,
quick
sure.
2 games.
Sure. What I'm going to do, though, we're going to start doing some college basketball on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what we're
I'm
going to hit
with
them with.
that.
We're going to hit them with that college hoops because we've been killing it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a play I like today. I already told you, but we can start doing
Yeah,
that on
I was
Fridays for
looking at that
sure.
too. I like that. The number look funny. Yep.
It's money, man. So
Yeah.
about that time on the show, we move it on over to best bet. And I know how we always do. Uh
Yep.
if there's anything you would like to promote, I need to see you got the hoodie on right there, you got the hat
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Uh
We got it.
and then you usually like to recap instead of best bet. So however you want to do it.
All right, cool. Y'all go to thewagonworld.com. Almost completed to be ready next week, but you can kind of start getting a glimpse of everything. Now the design has a lot of the new gear up and the merch and stuff. And then they also have different episodes up that you can click on. And I was setting up everything where you guys can get pics from me as well. So be patient with me. It should be through for sure by Super Bowl, but it is accessible now. So that's www.thewageringworld.com. Go on there, find some of the merch I got on now. Like this is just the basic Wagering World hoodie, the logo of the show. And then I have my line from Summerlin gear that's just, more of a lifestyle brand. We also sell to the golf companies as well out here. All right, man, as far as in a recap, as I said, it's a tough one at that first game, man. So only thing I'm looking for on that one is different props for Saquon Barkley. But I will tease up Washington to +12. They haven't got blown out all year. Their only bad showing was against the Cowboys, but that was a game when Jaden Daniels was injured. So I don't really count that one as much. Their worst loss of the year was against these Eagles at +8. And we've seen before, the Sirianni is kind of careful. I think if they get up, he's going to just run the ball and be happy with that. And we've also seen that Jaden Daniels plays really well as he's the best fourth quarter quarterback in the game right now with the highest completion percentage of 72 and the most touchdown passes with 14. So I do think that they can keep it close, but I'm going to, push it up to 12 just because the market is so heavy on Washington. So I'd probably tease together Washington +12 and Kansas City at +6.5. Let's get them up to that number. I think they win straight out. My biggest bet is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs money line. I think that they get it done. I think they go to another Super Bowl. Now it'll be their 9th straight playoff victory, only behind the New England Patriots, who had 10 straight. As I said, Mahomes' whole mind is trying to get in the GOAT status. He can never play Brady again. The times he played Brady, lost to him twice in the AFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl. So now he has to try to three-peat in order to have something that he could throw back at the record books to try to keep up with Brady. And I'm gonna go to the Australian Open as well, guys. Yannick Sinner plays Alexander Zverev, or Sasha Zverev is his nickname. Zverev has played really well against Sinner. He's plus 220. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that. I'm not telling you to do that, but my play on that game is over on the games. If you go to stations, STN's, Skee, you will go find 38 and a half games at minus 120. This one is going to go 4 to 5 sets. Even if it goes 3 sets, we can still get there because the last time that they played, they still went to 38 sets in a three you have to win 2 out of 3 match. They still went to 38 because it was 7-6, 7-5, 7-6. Zverev is also 3-1 against Sinner. Sinner's playing the best on the tour right now. So I think Zverev can for sure win a set, and he's going to probably push a couple tiebreakers. So to me, over 38 and a half games is candy on that one. I think it might be a 5-setter for the Australian Open championship in the men. So that's another play.
Hey, he's feeling like giving today. He's giving y'all a little bit of everything.
Yes, sir.
For myself, I'm just gonna tell you guys, I like that Josh Allen over 9.5 carries. It was even money when I bet it. Not sure where it's at now, but I definitely think he gets double digits. And my members, we in a good spot. I mean, we got the Chiefs to win this game, to win AFC plus 145, I believe. And shit, we might need to bet it again. So we'll keep that in mind.
Now that one, I'm coming over there to the hideout for that one. That's gonna be a celebration because I know they're gonna be that. I'm coming for that one. Sunday, I'll be over there.
It's gonna be a great time on Sunday,
yes,
for sure.
Appreciate
Long
you taking boy don't wear the jersey, Skee.
Oh yeah, I ain't fucking with him, man.
He better not pop me a Mahomes jersey. If I come there, he got a Mahomes jersey, I'm right out the door.
Nah, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna show up early. But I appreciate you taking the time to come cap these games with us and share all the info you shared with us. Chat, we appreciate you all for tapping in as well. Hit the like button on the show if you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to hear a little bit more basketball, we have the OG crew, myself. It'll be no Dutch today, but Babano and Wham Bam will break down these 3 NBA games, see if we can find some money. So until next time, peace.